So guys, welcome back to our channel. We continue discussing about the automotive business, especially those who want to import their vehicles and those who want to do taxi. So today we are going to talk about a recent update by Uber. So Uber sent a message to its drivers and its clients. If you have Uber installed in your phone and registered under your email, Uber sent an email updating all their riders, especially the customers, that they have delivered a greater customer experience by allowing their drivers to see the destination and the price. So, what do I mean by this? When you request a trip, Uber drivers, they only used to see where they are picking you from, but they never saw how much you will pay them, and they didn't see where you are going. And this has been a very, very big topic of misunderstanding between customers and Uber drivers, because customers, they don't understand that sometimes drivers call to ask how much has it shown on your site, exactly how much money will you pay me when I drop you. Uber drivers, they always used to ask this question. The second one, Uber drivers, they always asked riders, where are you going? And riders did not take that thing lightly or positively, because they were always responding to drivers and saying, just use the map. Kwani, has it not shown you on your site? So even before the driver starts to drive to come and pick you, there is already like 3 minutes to 5 minutes that is wasted arguing or discussing about how much and where you are going. And this thing has been in the market for a very, very long time. And I have seen a lot of riders tell me these stories that they hate drivers who ask them these questions. And my hope is that if you received this email from Uber, because this is not from my driver's account, this is from my rider's account. If you received this email and you have had an attitude towards Uber drivers all those years, I think you should really be ashamed of yourself. If you ever got angry because a driver has asked you where you are going, if you ever got angry because a driver asked you how much it charged you from your site, you should be very, very much ashamed. There is no way an Uber driver can call you using his time and airtime just for luxury to double check. They will not do that. Bolt driver never do that, because Bolt is very, very straightforward. And that's why you will find, in as much as it is cheap to use Bolt and drivers don't like it, they don't have issues in terms of security and information sharing, because Bolt will show the driver how much money they will be paid. Bolt will show the driver where they will come to pick you and where you are going. But Uber had hidden this information since it got into Kenya. And I think also Uber, they should also not be proud of themselves, because this was a very easy thing to resolve, but they took so many years to admit that this was a problem in the market, and it was causing delays in the peak with regard to pickup time. So the drivers were not immediately driving to pick you, but they were focusing first of all on how much and where you are going. Secondly, it was also leading to high cancellation rate, because me as a passenger, I don't want a driver who is starting to give me stress of how much and where I'm going, because I feel like if I tell him where I'm going, he might not want to go there, and I don't want this confrontation. So the moment you ask me where I'm going, I cancel that trip immediately, and then you see inconveniences both for the driver and for the rider, and poor experience for everyone. So Uber, they created that inconvenience, and they took so much time to create a solution. And I want just to read the beginning of this email, because Uber think that they always do things in the right way to please the driver, but if they take things in good faith when drivers give their feedback, they should not delay so much to react. Because here they said, okay, hi Explore TV, ever requested a ride only for your phone to ring moments later, and the question is, unaenda wapi ama imeleta ngapi? We heard you, and those days are officially over. We are thrilled to announce to you a transformative update to your ride experience in Kenya. We have given drivers the information they need right from the start. You see, at the end of the day, they try to make everything they do they try to put drivers at the center of everything that they do. In as much as they are saying that me as a customer, I will have more convenience, at the end of it, they are saying this is a response to what information drivers asked for. They are saying we have given drivers the information they needed right from the start. Drivers raised this concern as long as I can remember, even before I joined the sector. That was back in 2022. And a simple thing like this one has been withheld. It has caused pain to so many drivers, and a lot of travelers missed their first request of taxi because drivers and the riders could not agree on a simple question. And this question, it was not as simple as Uber thought it would be. Uber thought that if you ask a rider where they are going, they should be able to tell you where they are going because they know. Some people actually don't even want to be heard saying where they are going, and you are there as a driver asking them on a loudspeaker where they are going. So, really, Uber, even for you, this is not a proud moment. I feel like for complex issues, then you might take a decade. If you took 5 years to recognize that showing the driver the amount and the destination, you took 5 years to recognize that that is important, then there is a problem. Okay? But anyway, better late than never. This is information that a lot of drivers are enjoying so much right now. They don't have to waste their airtime. We had that discussion another day, and drivers were saying that on average they would spend 200 shillings on airtime and to buy data and minutes to communicate. And the moment you eliminate this, you create convenience for everyone. So, well done, Uber. I hope drivers now will enjoy. I hope riders and customers will now have a better attitude towards drivers. But give it a chance. Give drivers a chance. And even if they ask you, because right now, I think Uber was the only one that was not showing. But I mean, let us just answer questions. If someone asks you a question politely, be polite to answer them. And also for drivers, if you are calling to say that you cannot go to a certain destination, also communicate politely with respect. It is agreed that you cannot go towards all destinations all the time. At some point, you need to go towards one destination. Maybe you are going home or you are going somewhere else where you have an interest, so it is understandable. But don't just hold the rider hostage. They have requested a trip, you have accepted, and you are not calling, you are not going, and you are not telling them. That one is also not right. All right, cheers guys, and see you in my next video.